What is up, guys? Back with another video. Brand new day, storming outside. I'm working on increasing my conversion rate on my Shopify store. You get 157,000 orders a year, which is about what I get, and you increase your conversion rate by 1%. You get about 1,500 more orders. If your average cart value is 60 bucks, that's about 60,000 some dollars plus more a year you get from 1% increase in your conversion rate. So it matters. You get 157,000 orders a year and you increase your cart value by $1. That's $157,000 more a year. 5,000, 47 billion orders a year and you get the 15 all these hypotheticals are like annoying because it's like, well, how do I get the 157,000 orders? It took me freaking 13 years to get to that point. All right, I'm about to get back on the streets on the golf cart. Nice sunny day on the island, nice and toasty. So if you've been following along in these videos, I've been telling you guys how I went from being a diesel mechanic to quitting my job in 2016 and then going full-time with my business, which is a Shopify e-commerce business, a brand on the internet. Well, it didn't just happen overnight. It took me years and years and years and tons of failures and mistakes to get to the point where I had something that's started scaling and I was able to leave my normal 9 to 5. But I was also creating systems and processes that made sure I wouldn't have to go back to, which I still try to do to this day, which right now I'm kind of making mistakes and I'm undoing, but I'll get into that in the future. So in this video, I want to tell you guys the next step in my series, which was I quit my job. I moved the business out of our bedroom into an office space and we hired our first employee. I went on Indeed.com. That's how I was able to find an employee. And I put a listing. And a girl called me and said, hey, I'm here. I just got here from Tennessee. A church gave me the money to get to Florida. And I don't have a job. I was like, come in. She came in. I hired her on the spot. Oh, actually, no. Mary was our first employee. I'm changing her name, her real name. But my mom, you know who she is because she ended up being my mom's neighbor. Well, we had to let her go because it was hard too, dude, because she's elderly. And I realized after having her fulfill orders that we were getting all these mistakes. All these orders were coming back with the wrong items and everything was mixed up, not the right amount of quantity. And after research and kind of like monitoring her and watching what was going on, she just couldn't, she couldn't really see real well, and she was just mixing up all the SKUs. So we had nothing but mistakes, dude. So I had to let her go. It was so hard. That was my first time. I learned quick because I had to hire, fire, and go through the whole process without any real knowledge of being an employer. Times in my life where like expanding and like spending more money was so nerve-wracking and stressful, but at the same time I look back and if I didn't make that move and make that decision, I would never grew the business the way I did. But on the same note, if I would have done it too early, I would have screwed myself. So, oh, see, the front lip is cracked on the E30, but I got a new one. It's already at my house. All I gotta do is just get it painted. I was actually thinking if I should go black. Leave a comment what you guys think. Black, front lip, like just a trim, or red. Leave a comment what you guys think. So I'm actually in that position right now where I'm kind of like, I'm wanting to expand. One, because I think it'll help me focus and grow my business. Or do I save my way to financial freedom by not expanding and staying where I am? Because in a weird way, I feel like I'm doing it too premature. So there is that balance. If you're trying to build a business or you're working on something, don't grow too quick, too big, too fast, because you kind of can shoot yourself in the foot. And at the same time, be aware that you're not just restraining yourself and suffocating your business by not expanding when the time is right. So it's really only you know that. No one else is going to know that for you. Everything's a risk. You just try to make the most calculated one you can. So we had our first office and we got our first employee, and then we went and moved on and hired another one and another one and another one. And now we have about 10 employees and 3 virtual assistants. And we've done over 2 million orders on Shopify. I've started other small things and they've done well. And I've started other things that did horribly. But if you're waiting to get started, the first step is start the doing, start exploring. I have a link in the description if you want. You can check out Shopify. It's a free trial. You can click it and just explore around in Shopify and see what it is. And if you don't like it, just cancel it. You don't have to pay anything. 2017, we got that office space. And then we had that for 1 year. We outgrew it because of Facebook ads. I started scaling my Facebook ads up and the sales started scaling with it. Year after year, I'll put screenshots. 2017, certain amount. 2018, 2019, 2020, it just scaled. In 2018, we moved to another space. We moved to a space that's about 2,500 square feet. It's a flex space. We have warehouse space in the back and we have office space in the front. It's about 60-40 office space to flex space. We don't have that much warehouse space, but it's enough to be optimized and efficient and not have a lot of waste. We didn't need a ton of square footage, but we got the system set up and we got processes set up to where we're efficient. Got that space, I was able to negotiate no CAM. I don't know if anyone listening to this knows what CAM is, but common area maintenance. So at the time it was about $12 a square foot, and CAM would be $12 a square foot would be my base rent, my regular rent. So you'd be $12 times 2,300 square feet, whatever the square footage is, and then divide that by 12 to figure out your monthly rent. Well, on top of that, with commercial space, they have CAM, common area maintenance. So there was no CAM on the space that we had. And but we were able to negotiate that out. So right now they're actually renewing our lease, and I'm trying to figure out that because they're like, oh my gosh, they're looking at my lease and they're like, you're way below market. They want to bring everything back up. We've been in that same space now since 2018, and we've been cranking and everything's fine. But what I'm getting at is this. I don't know what I'm getting at, to be honest. I don't know why I'm making these videos. I guess because I wanted to kind of paint the picture that you see somebody, you might have a 911 or something like that. It's not just like some overnight thing, or it wasn't given to them. Maybe they worked extremely hard for 15 years before they were able to obtain it. First thing I want to tell you guys is that you don't got to have it all figured out. Like me, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Last day at the beach house. I'm packing up the rower, throwing it in the truck. We're heading back home. Guys, made it back to the house. I'm unloading the truck. We got the 911, 992 sitting pretty, been tucked away, waiting to be driven. Inside the 993. I'm starting this thing up. It's later in the day. I'm gonna go hit the gym, go cruise. Feels great being back in the 993. All right, I've arrived at the gym. I'm gonna head in here and see if I can just sweat a little bit or something.